Hello everybody, I hope you are all doing very well and welcome back to another cryptocurrency technical analysis where in today's video I'm going to start by going through the Bitcoin charts here and then moving on to the breaking news, which is Binance is essentially throwing out US customers from their website and what this means for altcoins in the short and mid-term. That is, pretty big breaking news and I'm going to be covering that for you. But I do want to firstly start with Bitcoin here. Okay, so I want to start with Bitcoin, what this is doing to Bitcoin right now. Okay. So let's go straight into this chart, okay? I mean, what we have to view here, okay, we've obviously been reviewing this for the last few days, obviously trading the nice ranges. Honestly, the trades here have been absolutely perfect, okay? It's really not been difficult to trade, but the psychology right now up behind the market is very fascinating to me, okay? What we have obviously seen was we had that kind of sort of ascending triangle where we're obviously forming a hard resistance on the 382 fib, okay, from swing high to swing low. That 382 dead cat bounce level was acting as resistance, but we were forming our low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, okay, and you can only have a certain amount of people that can defend the 382. Eventually sellers exhaust and you push up through the level, okay? So that was very nice to see, and consolidation, just below that resistance, you were, the probabilities were of breaking up there, and as you'll know, we got that very nicely. You break up. Where do you break up to? That weekly resistance, 8,219. Okay, so we touched that weekly resistance, come back down and rejected, and then held that resistance that flipped into support for another wave upwards. Okay, so I must say, okay, I'm not gonna lie, this is a bullish market structure. Okay, with our higher highs and higher lows now on the 4-hour chart. Okay, very nice. Okay, all I am going to tell you is that we are forming this rising wedge structure, and generally this rising wedge is bearish. Okay, coming up to the 618, and this for me, this golden pocket is a resistance which can never be underestimated. Okay, and when you form a rising wedge coming onto the golden pocket, well, you just have to be hedging or taking care with long positions coming into this resistance. Okay, you cannot just imagine smashing straight through that. Okay, would be extremely unlikely. Okay, so all I'm saying is the market structure is bullish, but you are coming onto a very big resistance right now. Okay, so this is just a time personally when I will be hedging myself in my positions and my trades. Okay. But overall, yeah, I just want to end on the last word of Bitcoin before I move on to that breaking news, is that this is bullish market structure, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, you do want to keep on, in a critical sort of view, those higher lows right now. Okay, and really we can start trading. So obviously we were within this range, and then we broke up, went to this range, and now we've broken up into this range where you're looking at clearly the resistance of that golden pocket, okay? And now support 8,219 weekly, but really that 382 is your key support level where we can now create a new range in here, okay? And then obviously the break is going to be telling what comes over to go leading up into the weekly close, which I do believe is going to be very important this weekend. So that has given me everything. I've given everything that I need to say here on Bitcoin quite briefly there, but obviously you've got your, if we get through that golden pocket, you're looking up next at 9,250 for that monthly resistance point, okay? But that golden pocket 786, important resistances, and obviously the 382, 2009, well, the weekly support, very important supports where we could end up ranging in here before we get an overall break, okay? So that's what I'm eyeing here and trading off of as we move on to the altcoins, which I need to review. This is obviously breaking news, really massive, and you can see the fear and the panic that has gone through the altcoin market. 10% down, 10% down, 10% down, 11% down. Absolutely massive moves to the downside. Okay, what is fueling this is obviously the breaking news that Binance have changed their terms of services to throw out essentially the US customers. Okay, so they will no longer be able to trade or deposit on Binance.com after 90 days. Okay, so this is a key date. Okay, I'm now just going to give a bit of news that I have heard. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor, so just keep that in mind. But I've heard, okay, from pretty good sources that Binance are actually going to be having a US exchange. So they're making a secondary exchange that will not run off Binance.com, but they're going to be running off of, say, a subdomain. So let's say Binance.je. So they're not going to be allowing US customers to use Binance.com because of the margin trading. Okay, so this is the reason Binance is introducing margin trading. In the US, they have very strict rules under their SEC, about where their citizens can and cannot trade. Okay, and with Binance being let's say not properly regulated, some dodgy stuff that goes on this exchange sometimes. Obviously, yeah, I would imagine that they have not liked this and have said, no, we are not allowing our citizens to trade on Binance. So Binance have obviously had to act and essentially say, unfortunately, we're going to have to not allow US customers to trade on our exchange anymore. Okay, which obviously, no doubt about it, would cause a lot of fear. Okay, people obviously need to sell off and withdraw their coins / Bitcoin to another exchange. Okay, but I do not think it's the end of the world if what I believe is true is to turn out to be truthful, and Binance is actually going to have a sub-exchange, a subdomain, a sub-let-out company where US customers still will be able to trade. I imagine we're not with margin trading, but we'll still be able to use Binance essentially as it is now. So yeah, that is obviously to come. We will obviously, I'll give you that news as and when I know more. But yeah, that is pretty breaking news, and obviously with that heavily affecting the altcoin market right here. And yeah, I just want to say, I mean, personally, I would not be rushing in straight away to buy these dips. Okay, obviously you're seeing big dips. Binance is, yeah, that was a crazy one, obviously being BNB coin, but you're seeing it across the board, heavy downwards movements. And personally, I do believe I love being a market contrarian, and do not get me wrong, I am ready and waiting to buy these dips on altcoins, but I'm not just going to be buying today right now, because there's still enough time for this to settle in. Okay, and especially we're still in London, UK time. Okay, so the majority of US citizens are now asleep. Okay, obviously the US market open, stock market, etc., is generally going to be in about 1 hour's time. So obviously we will begin now to have the US market waking up, reacting to this news, which could cause another wave down. Okay, so hence why I want to allow this to cool off for at least 6 hours before I start entering some positions here on alts with caution, obviously with caution here, because being a contrarian of the news, you do want to have a relative amount of caution here. Okay. But I excel. I love buying when everybody is fearful. That for me is, I love it, but I am exercising a little bit of caution here because of the news, and I would like to verify from my source that this is true, that they are releasing a second exchange. That would ease a lot of worries, I believe. Okay. So yeah, that was the main thing that I wanted to bring you all. I personally, not financial advisor, but I would say you do want to exercise caution if you are not a experienced trader in these conditions, trading against the market. You do want to have a little bit of caution. Okay. Yeah, just have that little bit of caution. And this is like what, Link is the perfect example here. Okay, so Link yesterday up 70%. Okay, up 70% in a matter of hour. Okay, 70% upwards, and the amount of FOMO that I saw running in at this point was absolutely crazy. So much FOMO coming into this market. Okay, and I said to my group, do not FOMO at this point. It is going to be retracing. Okay, so I'll read out what I wrote. Okay, so I said, if you make money through FOMO, do you really win anyway? Question mark, because you're not sticking to a plan. It promotes bad habits. Do not chase something that's up 70% in an hour, because I could see people were wanting to FOMO in this. And I was just like, please do not FOMO by Link. It's up 70% in 1 hour. It's gonna be retracing, and obviously you had that second push up, and from there you're down 20% in the matter of half a day. So this just really proves FOMO is never ever a good idea. It just promotes bad habits. Do not get into that bad habit in trading. You are gonna lose money 100%. If you are that emotional in trading, you will lose money in the long run. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to read that out, because not that I was just because I was correct, but just because FOMOing, even if it had another leg up, is not a good idea in trading. It really promotes very bad habits, and you will lose money in the medium term. Okay, so yeah, that is everything that I wanted to cover in this video. You can see some altcoins holding up better than others, in particular Litecoin right there. But overall, yeah, the altcoin market is getting affected. Really keeping my eye on Bitcoin, as potentially we could see this extra leg up as people sell out their alts into Bitcoin, hence getting some buying pressure in here. So yeah, that's another interesting metric to keep an eye on. And yeah, I personally love this. As you all know, I never ever make videos at this time of day. Normally I'm just heavily trading. We're 2 p.m. here in England, and normally this is like my heavily trading time, and I never do videos at this time of the day. But because of the breaking news, I wanted to take 10 10 minutes out to make this for you all. So I really hope that you appreciate this video in my trading hours. So yeah, hope that you enjoyed that, and please give me a like to show that appreciation, or a comment down below of what you will be looking out for with this news. Do you believe that there is going to be are you looking at this as an opportunity to get in some good altcoin positions, or are you at the other end of that and thinking this is bad, this is going down? Okay, very interested to know what you think. Obviously you have the people looking at this as a good opportunity to buy, or people that are just thinking, wow, it's going to go down. You know, that's why I love trading with that psychology. It's for me fascinating. You know, as you all know, that this really isn't a kind of a job, it's just a hobby. I absolutely love trading, and this for me is just like my time to shine. I love it. So yeah, that's what I wanted to end with there. I just want to end with those final words. Yeah, keep your eye on these charts, and yeah, leave a comment down below of what you think. Very interested to see. I will be getting back to you all. Yeah, I'm actually going to go back and trade this now. Extremely volatile. Love it. Have a brilliant day, and yeah, I'll see you all around in the next video. Cheers, everybody. Thank you. Bye.